Well, ladies and gentlemen, so welcome to our conjunction video of the week. And yes, I know this is happening quite late in the week because I was so busy just, making videos with scholars and teachers and gurus and learning things. I'm like learning a lot of things behind the scenes, man. You guys have no idea. Things that I'm learning. Just, muy bueno. So today we are going to be covering our conjunction of Sun, Jupiter, Saturn, and Rahu. And what happens when Sun, Jupiter, Saturn, and Rahu are in your horoscope. And as always, if you do not know, if you have this conjunction, where it's placed, what sign it's in, what nakshatra it's in, all your other astrological details, for that check out the links here. Check out my full astrological report, including my books, Astrology, Conjunction and Aspects, and Mahadasha, the Speed of Light, including all my consultations at this link, including the new nakshatra readings at this link. So, Sun, Jupiter, Saturn, Rahu conjunction. Boy, what a mixed baggage you can get. Now remember, like, to really understand this conjunction to the depth, you have to know which house it's happening in, what sign it's happening in, what nakshatra is happening in, the most important. But this is going to be a very like a foundational meaning. Okay, so don't take it literally. So let's see what this conjunction has in store for us. So as you know, Sun represents authorities. Authorities, father, government, soul, personality. It represents the physical sun itself. Then Jupiter represents teachers, preachers, counselors, advisors, gurus, children. For a woman, it represents the husband. Then Saturn represents paternal uncle. Saturn represents servants, subordinates, working class people, discipline, structure, organization, skills, sacrifice, duty, commitment. Saturn also is a karma, so represents karma. Then we see Rahu. Rahu represents paternal lineage, maternal grandmother, foreign friends, foreign people, thieves, criminals, scientists, magicians. I mean, everybody with any kind of unorthodox work comes into this. Even astrologers now come into Rahu because it's something you're doing something completely different than the norm. So now you're combining all these energies together to figure out what this person is. Now, the very first thing that you will see with this person is that they have the toughest time coming across right guidance in their life early on. They always seem to get steered away from their dharma, always seem to steered away from their path. And naturally, the relationship with the father and guru early on is never cordial because they find such strictness with these two planets, the big planets, Jupiter and Sun, that they can't take the discipline, they can't take the structure. Because the thing is, they naturally become very rebel towards performing karmas asked by the father and guru. But the thing is, it's not because father and gurus are good people. It may not be so. They're rebel because there could be something wrong with the energies of two people. They may not be wrong either. But the way they're trying to teach, the way this person's trying to learn, it's not, the puzzle is not fitting together. And this is where this person just feels lost. Like, why don't I have the proper guidance of the father? Why don't I have a mentor? Why don't I have a teacher who guides me? Why don't I have a guru who guides me? But also what happens is this person naturally becomes very good with politics, government, or controlling the large organizations. Or not organizations, but organization. Like, they have the way to show their authoritative power. Because the thing is, they grew up with such authoritative power, which they were suppressed with. They now bring it on to others. They're like, okay, now I'm finally in charge. Now I want to be like those two people that I couldn't find, or when I found they were just too harsh for me. Now I'm going to show. But again, you can't just say this person is going to become part of a bad organization or a criminal organization. You'll find people with exalted Jupiter in criminal organizations. No, but we're just talking about foundational. Like the organization itself, they'll be like that. When it comes to their intelligence, they will be quite slow learners. Like for them to comprehend things comes with time. It doesn't come with like, oh, they listen and boom, they know. They're kind of aloof in terms of trying to understand and comprehend things. This is why such people may have the hardest time trying to get a bachelor's degree, trying to get a basic degree. Because what also is happening here is that literally Jupiter and Saturn, if they're too close to the sun, they may become combust and not being able to perform their duties. So a person may become very lazy instead of having strong work ethics. A person may become dull instead of having great intelligence to like just know what's going on. Now, usually education-wise, if this conjunction affects your 5th house, shows a person can go into archaeology, government studies, political science, or they will also go into biomedical science, biomechanical science, because Saturn represents mechanical things, and especially from KRSchannel Lagna, I've seen it a lot now. Anybody that I've done a reading for who turns out to be like a biomechanical person, DNA scientist, any of that, they usually have somehow aspect conjunction with these 4 planets. There's a relationship that is happening. Because remember, Jupiter is also biology, Jiva. The non-linear things are known as biology, Jiva, environment. Saturn represents mechanics, Rahu represents science and research. And Sun is brightening the qualities of all these things. And Sun shows the pretty much the UV, the science of UV rays, the science of, what do you call a photosynthesis. So usually these people always end up in like some scientific education, especially if it affects the 5th house, not only from the ascendant, but from the KRSchannel Lagna, which is part of the Gemini's studies, which you don't need to worry about if you're new here. But the thing is that it's just that because Saturn and Sun are father and son that hate each other, definitely shows there's going to be tremendous amount of friction between you and your father, or you and your son. So even if you have this, it's not about your father, it's about son as well, because Saturn signifies the son. Because in mythology, Saturn is like that illegitimate son. So if you have this conjunction, try to understand your child first before you become harsh with them, before you scream at them for not being intelligent and smart and failing their classes. Because then what's the use of you trying to understand astrology if you cannot use that in practical life and help your child in some way? But the thing is, anytime they especially before the age of 36, they will always run into gurus who will be very harsh. They will teach them with a stick instead of love. After 36, that particular area of life calms down, and they find gurus who are very, very old, wise, and much more calmer in terms of their strictness. Okay. So guys, this is my analysis of Sun, Jupiter, Rahu, Saturn conjunction. If you're new to my channel, subscribe below. And if you want to know where your sun is placed, all my reports, books, consultation, check out the links here. Otherwise, we'll see you later.